The presiding judge allotted the time for the DPP's office to complete the evidence file. CTV News has learned that the file is incomplete because 2 statements from witnesses have not been taken, a situation that did not hold well for the family of murder victim 17-year-old Krista St. Omer, who questioned whether the wheels of justice had already begun to grind slow. But a key player in the matter says there was nothing unusual about Friday's proceedings. Well-known attorney Alberton Richlow is the lead counsel for defendant Mario Perez Charles. He says it is not unusual for first sufficiency hearings to be adjourned.
The prosecution has to put all the material, etc., together, including most probably forensic reports, which may not be ready. I suspect that that may be the situation in this particular case. But the prosecution indicated to the judge, which is not unusual, especially with a complex case of this nature, that they were not ready to proceed. And on the first hearing of a sufficiency hearing, it is never unusual for the prosecution not to be in a position not to proceed.
Mr. Richlow explains that in 2005, the new system of sufficiency hearings were introduced as the court discontinued preliminary inquiries, which were conducted by a magistrate who took depositions. With the sufficiency hearings, a judge determines whether there is enough evidence for an accused to stand trial or be discharged. However, the sufficiency hearing is just the first step.
Then we have what you call a case management conference. The case management conference is like a sort of housekeeping process where the judge will determine the admissibility of evidence, whether there is any evidence which will outweigh prejudicial value, what would be fair to the defendant or unfair, what would be fair to the prosecution or unfair. And thereafter, at that point, at the case management hearing, then pretrial applications can be heard. You can have pretrial applications, or you can put in your defense statements. After all that is done, it is more like a sifting process. In other words, that is a hearing which will determine all admissible evidence. So therefore, when you get to trial now, you do not have the difficulty of the defense counsel objecting, etc. In other words, it is designed to ensure a smooth running in the trial without any interruptions.
Mr. Richlow says he understands the anger and confusion of the St. Omer family because they are not familiar with the inner workings of the legal system. The St. Omer family was also incensed that the DPP herself was not in court, but Mr. Richlow says this too is not unusual.
It's not unusual. As a matter of fact, I am lead counsel, and there's the possibility that this particular matter, at this stage it is there, I may have sent the junior to stand in for me. There's nothing wrong with that, because my chamber is not me alone, or the DPP's chamber is not the DPP alone.
17-year-old Krista St. Omer was reported missing August 22nd after she did not come home. On that day, she had gone to her school, the Cassius Comprehensive Secondary, to get her CXC results. Her body was found on August 25th in a wooded area of Cap Estate. The autopsy results showed that Krista was strangled. CTV News learned that a plastic bag was involved in the crime. Mario Charles was known to Crystal, something confirmed by family members. He attended the Sir Ira Simmons Secondary School, a stone's throw away from the Cassius Comprehensive. Mario's mother, reportedly stumbling on information that implicated her son in the crime, made the difficult decision to turn him in to the authorities. She also reportedly visited Crystal's mother. The new date for the sufficiency hearing is January 25th, 2013.